Your mind is a projector, and your individual reality around you is the projection screen. When you can convince your subconscious mind that something is true in your life, when you fully believe that this is a reality for yourself before you even see it with your physical eyes, your external reality has no choice but to take that form. So in order to create what you want in life, you need to think as if you have it. You need to feel as if you have it. You need to know that it exists. You need to know that you are capable of tapping into it. And you need to know that you are tapping into it, that you have already tapped into it. And when you do this, your life around you will begin to shift in ways that you've never experienced before. And you're going to say, holy shit, Sabrina, it's working for me. And I'm going to say, I know, it's science. What's up? What's going on? My name is Sabrina and welcome back to the channel. Here in the Better You space, we teach creatives, dreamers, and entrepreneurs how to train their minds to make their daydreams their real daily lives. If you're looking for a full transformation, feel free to check out our Everything You Need to Know in One group coaching program, Unleash Your Life, or one-on-one private mentorship. You can book a call to apply below. And I welcome you to join in on our 5-day mind training bootcamp. It's going to be full of teachings and practices. You can sign up with the link in the description and let's get into it. I really want you to understand the immense effect that you have on your external reality around you, the power you have to shift the circumstances that you're in. Now, quantum physics is the study behind science and matter. And now we understand that everything around us is made up of atoms, right? And atoms are primarily made up of 99.999% energy and 0.0001% actual physical matter. So the walls that you look at in your home, your own physical arm, you're only seeing 0.0001% of what is actually there. And what researchers have found is that when there is no awareness present, meaning when there is no human mind present, these atoms exist in pure potential waveform. Meaning they exist as just energy moving around. And it's not until an awareness comes into place is when these atoms collapse into physical form. And the way in which these atoms collapse into physical form is filtered through our state of consciousness, our state of mind. And you could say the properties of your state of mind are your thoughts, your feelings, beliefs, perceptions, and identity. And so dependent on your properties of your mind is going to affect the way in which these atoms take physical form. This is the science behind law of attraction. This is the science behind how we create a reality. And what so many people don't understand is that we're doing this on a day-to-day basis. We don't even have to try. We are manifesting 24/7. This is our second nature to constantly be creating. And what we want to do is become conscious creators, is to realize, oh, wait, my state of mind is actually physically affecting the way that circumstances are playing out in my life, the way that I'm perceiving things, the way that I'm experiencing things. I can have a totally different experience and create totally different circumstances in my life if I change the properties of my mind, if I change my state of mind, if I align my thoughts, beliefs, feelings, perceptions, and identity with what I want to create. And where I see most people go wrong in this realm of manifestation is, say they want to manifest a car. They say, okay, I want this car. I see my sight on it. That looks nice. It looks amazing. And then what do? They put their awareness on their junky car and they complain about their junky car that they have now. They don't feel good driving it. And this is primarily where their energy is at. This is primarily where their awareness is at. And just like I was saying in a recent video where I said your focus is the most expensive thing that you have, wherever your focus is on, your awareness, that's what you're putting your awareness on. That's what you're manifesting. And then they wonder why they can't manifest a nice car. And it's because they keep putting their awareness, they keep manifesting, they keep directing the atoms to collapse in the physical form of staying in their junky car and more things going wrong with it. And the reason why it can feel so difficult to really train our minds to believe in something is because our minds and bodies are constantly in states of cycles, right? I want you to imagine these gears turning of our automatic thoughts and our automatic emotions, right? And this is what we've been experiencing for years and years, is these constant states of whatever it is that you typically feel and think. Oftentimes they are, unfortunately, emotions of stress, emotions of frustration, emotions of overwhelm, sadness, thoughts of doubt, thoughts of fear, thoughts of complaining, thoughts of blaming. And so when we try to put our focus on and to believe that something else is true for us, we can only stay there for a little bit. And then we go right back into the old gears. Okay. This is why we really focus on in the Better You space, we really focus on immersing the subconscious mind in new suggestions, training the mind to be a new way, to live in a new state so that we can put our awareness on, we can behave as, create our desired results, manifest our desired results. Get to where you want to go. And this is the fastest and most effective way to get to where you want to go, because we not only do it in the quantum physics side of, okay, we're going to train our mind to actively manifest our desires, but also thinking of the neuroscience, thinking of human behavior, thinking of when we shift our identity, we shift our behaviors, we shift our habits, then we're operating as that person. Then we start to create evidence that this is possible for us. Then we start to move in that direction, and not only in the 5D create, but also in the 3D create. And it's such a double whammy to be able to create your desires into your physical reality. Because when you start to believe that you are capable of something, when you say, let's say that you are creating a $50,000 a month and you have this number in your mind and you're like, okay, I may not logically know how to get there yet, but I'm going to have my heart set on it. I'm going to think like it. I'm going to feel like it. I'm going to act like it. And I'm going to live as if I have already created this $50,000 a month. Next thing you know, neurologically, in your mind, outside of the quantum physics aspect of how matter and energy creates our life around us, but in your brain, when you start believing something to be true, things start to shift in there, okay? When you match this energetic frequency, you become open to ideas on that level of that energetic frequency. You all of a sudden get ideas to, oh, maybe I should hold this masterclass, or maybe I should reach out to this event to see if I can speak there. Maybe I can reach out to this person and see if they want to do a collab with me, and you'll get different ideas. And what's going to happen is your intuition that's connected to all that is, your intuition is then going to guide you. Do this, go there, say that. And you're going to be so beautifully, synchronistically guided to take the right steps in order to manifest this, in order to create it. Not only on a simply just believing it to be true, I'm going to sit on my couch and manifest it. That's not what I'm talking about here. This is a believing it to be true to collapse the atoms into physical form, but also acting as that person, taking the action as that person to also in the 3D create it. It's combining the two. It's marrying the two. And then all of a sudden, what felt difficult for you in the past, say that you felt overwhelmed by reaching out to certain people, or you felt working on a certain thing would be a lot of work, and you're like, oh, like you're feeling this resistance towards it. When you're in energetic alignment with what you want to create, when you convince your subconscious mind, when you align your subconscious mind with your conscious desires, you feel lit up by it. You feel excited about it. You feel, oh yeah, let's do it. Let me reach out to these people. Let me hold this thing, do that thing. It's going to feel so much easier for you. And you're not going to feel that big push, that big force. And you may feel like a push and a force every now and then, but it's not going to be like that constant pushing and forcing yourself when you align your internal state with where you want to go. This is how we can create our desires into our lives so much easier with so much less effort, so much less strain, in such a more enjoyable way, and in a way that feels good to us. And you know what? We can say no to certain things. If certain things are playing out in our lives and we don't want to experience them, we can say, I decide to not feed into this emotionally, intellectually. I decide to not give this my thoughts. I decide to not give this my emotions. If there's a circumstance in your life that you don't want to have in your life, you have a say in that. You don't have to go, oh, I can't believe this is happening. You don't have to be a victim of anything. You can say in your mind, no, I'm choosing to not experience this. I want to experience something else. And so what I'm putting my focus on and awareness on, I'm taking it away from that. That's you. Instead of you putting your power into the circumstance that isn't working out for you, you put it back in yourself. You're saying, I'm choosing what I want to put my focus and awareness on. You're saying, I'm choosing to put my focus and awareness on something, on some different circumstance, on something else working out in my favor. And the more you believe it to be true, the easier it's going to be for you. The more you believe it to be true, and it's going to be a bit by bit, most likely, of you impressing your subconscious mind with these new suggestions through affirmations, through visualization, through self-talk rampages, whatever mind training technique you'd like to use for yourself. As you compound and compound and compound, eventually you're going to believe it more and believe it more. And you know you're believing it by tuning into your emotional state, depending on where your emotional state is, right? You can kind of, what I like to do is with my students and clients as well, is rate on a scale of 1 to 10, how strong of an emotion you feel through that thing, how much you trust it, how much you know it to be true. And you can kind of gauge where you're at on the scale, where you'll begin to see the number go up and up and up of, oh yeah, I'm feeling it even more. I believe it in even more. I'm knowing it to be true even more, until eventually you just have this strong knowing of, oh yeah, it's happening. And that's what you want to hold. You want to hold that state. And when you believe it to be true, it cannot help. Neurologically, quantum, it cannot help. You cannot help but to create it on that identity level. That's just who you are now, is someone who has this thing, who does this thing. You can't help it but to create it on your human being level, but also on a quantum physics level. These atoms can't help but to take physical form. All you need to do is believe that it is true for you in order for you to create it into your physical reality. If you liked this video, if it helped you out in any way, leave a star emoji in the comment section below so I know who made it to this point. Remember to sign up for our 5-day mind training bootcamp. The link is in the description. Give this video a thumbs up to help out the channel. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified every time I post a new one, and I'll see you in the next video.